it's not only that. I think more importantly is the connections and the players around him at the end. Those interactions, that understanding how it develops. And before the injury, I think he was in a great place. I think it took him a while at the beginning because, as you said, it's a different league, different demands. Had no preseason, and now he's starting to get again some momentum, and the goals will come, and we're gonna be very pleased with him.
And after this game, you get a rare week off from a midweek fixture, which you haven't had in quite some time. What are you looking forward to most about having a week where there isn't a game, and what might you do differently with the schedule behind the scenes?
Well, basically three things. Make sure that we can give some rest to players, mentally and physically. Then start to reactivate everybody and start to work on things that slowly you don't have time to work and start to deteriorate at some point. And then start to be in the best possible physically and emotional mindset to go to Goodison Park to beat Everton.
Okay, I'll just quickly, did you get any, there were no fresh injuries from Wednesday at least, were there?
No.
And just on Saliba, obviously it's been one where he's been close in sort of 3-4 games. What is the issue that he specifically got, and how frustrating is it that he's close to making the squad but he can't take that last step to come back?
Yeah, it was something quite small. He came from an ankle injury that he had, and then he started to modify the way he was running and all that, and he started to overload an area, which is something common, but at some point he wasn't comfortable continuing to be able to train and play, and we had to stop it. And it looks better, but we have to wait and see if it's enough for him to be able to train with the team.
Can I just ask you one on Gabriel Jesus? He's obviously in a rare situation where he's someone in this squad who's going to have 18 months on his contract in January. You've got Victor, Kai, Mikel as strikers. Is he someone you would consider selling, or do you see him as a key part of your plans this season?
No, I don't consider that, and especially with the situation that we have right now. I think Gabi has a lot to offer to the team, and he's proven that straight away in the first minutes that he was available to play. He's put so much to be in this position again, and now the focus is to be with us.
Hi, Mikel. In the week, Ethan came on and played quite well in the second half. Ethan Bunney. I was just wondering how he's been in these kind of few weeks where I guess he hasn't been starting games as much, and how you found him, because I think you said a couple of weeks ago he asked to play in that friendly. And yeah, I was just wondering how you feel about that.
Well, in the manner that other players have to cope with this kind of situation, so preparing the best possible way, I think he's doing it. His attitude has been excellent, and when he's got the chance to play, prove that that I'm wrong, that he needs to play more minutes and help the team as much as possible.
And in terms of him asking to play in that friendly, is that something you like to see from players?
Yeah, well, Ethan's attitude on that is exceptional, and every time we have a regent day, he wants to train and he wants to be outside and he wants to be in touch with that ball. In that sense, it's top.
James, CBS. Can I ask you about Martin Zubamendi? 2 assists, 6 chances in the game against Bruges, but other games where he plays maybe a more conservative role. How impressed have you been by how, not just he's adapted to the Premier League, but how he's adapting game by game to cater the way he plays to the opponent?
Very impressed, because I know the difficulty of coming into this league and do what he's doing immediately, because first of all you have to earn the role within the team, and that's not easy to do. Then it's a different way of playing, a different league, but as you say, the variety of actions and involvements that he has in the game is exceptional. His defending metrics are incredible, and I had no doubt that he could produce that, but this is the Premier League, and you have to prove it. And then attacking wise as well, the highs that he takes, position he takes, the way he's opened up teams in many ways, his goal threat, the capacity to assist, he's improved on set pieces as well, and he has a lot to improve in that area as well. So it's a player that is never going to be satisfied. You can tell him and praise individually, never enough. He's never satisfied with his performance, but that's what it makes him as well so good.
I mean, that position in particular, it's so hard to adapt to recent players like Rodri, need a year. Did you think he would need a little bit more time? Did you think you'd be able to throw him in like you did at Old Trafford and he'd kind of barely be out of the team from then on?
Yes, but I think the fact that he could prepare for a longer period because he sort of knew that he was coming, I think that helped. It wasn't something immediate that happened. So we talked a lot about what was going to be needed, the challenges that he was going to face, but as well that his abilities and capacities were going to fit so well within the team, and he's proven that on the pitch.
But last year in the Asda, I first feel it back.
Just earlier on, Victor, you said that he was in a great place before his injury. How long do you think it will take for him to sort of get back to that place? And do you think he needs like a run of goals to just get the sort of confidence going and maybe silence any sort of critics that he has?
Yeah, probably the thing that's going to unlock his goals, and he's so used to that I think he needs that for himself, for his confidence, and just at the end we're going to judge his performances based on that as well. That's logical. But for the rest, I think he's in a really good place. I think physically he's in a good place, and now he needs to start to convert the chances that he's getting.
And just one on the Premier League table. Obviously, when you look at it now, you've got Man City just 2 points back, so the gap's got a bit smaller. Do you think that they're sort of back to their best? They obviously had a bit of a dip last year. Do you think City are now sort of back to where they were?
Yeah, we had a lot of teams that we are involved when you look at the table there, and we know the situation with other clubs as well. With Man City is always the case that you expect them to have with the quality that they have, the experience that they have in the competition. But the focus has to be on what we have to do.
Hi, Mikel. The club will be marking its 40th anniversary of Arsenal community in the game this weekend. How important is this, and what does this connection to the wider community mean to you and the team?
Yeah, that's something remarkable, probably amazing, and the moment that the club started to do that, probably you could never imagine where we're going to be 40 years later. But that shows where it's coming from. I think the consistency on doing those things is the most difficult one. A lot of people engage or jumps into things, but for a very short period of time, and it's very difficult to be consistent. I think the impact that the club is having in our community and in a lot of people's life is something exceptional, and it needs a lot of pricing.
We'll now go to the